And we're back.
God damn it.
Quintin's pissed. I don't care too much.
God damn it.
But we're gonna get into that.
God damn it.
So, quick spoiler review. I'll go with mine, because it's definitely not gonna be as angry as yours.
Yeah.
I thought it was alright. Comic book is definitely better, because whenever you adapt one of Alan Moore's works, it just does not translate mediums well.
Pretty much.
I will say first third of the movie, or about like first half hour, 20 minutes or however long that first second was, really wasn't necessary at all.
Fucking pointless.
But the rest of the parts, what they adapted directly from the graphic novel, and I mean like directly, was great.
I completely agree. Yeah. I completely agree.
That's my stance on
what
it.
I was going to say, it is the best half movie that I've ever seen in my entire life.
And I think the main reason they did that is because they needed to make it like a full feature length. Because The Killing Joke is not a long book.
It's like 40 pages.
Maybe. It is not long at all. So if they're going to make it a full-length movie, which they pretty much have to do, really, in order to make it like a full Blu-ray retail release, they had to. So that's my stance. I'm a little bit miffed, but I understand why they had to do what they did.
Yes, but they could have done anything except for what they did.
Agreed.
What they did is unforgivable.
Yeah.
It's goddamn garbage.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, well, really, it was only one part that made it unforgivable.
Yeah, I agree. But that one part was real goddamn big.
Yeah. And we'll go into that in the spoiler-free section, which starts in 5.
Well, no, I actually had one more thing I was going to say. One thing that did bother me about it was the animation looked real off. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, I think that came with the style shift from Moore's work to more of a Batman the Animated
That wasn't
series
Moore,
look.
that was Bolland.
Oh, I mean...
Moore wrote it, but Bolland did the art.
I forgot. Well, you know what I meant. The style of the original compared to this one. Because the original was much more realistic.
What do you mean, the original comic? Or?
The original comic.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's more of a style change more than anything. Really, that's about it.
Yeah,
in terms of why the animation looked a little bit odd.
The animation was kind of weird, but I still do think that the first half was unnecessary and shouldn't have been put in.
No, I completely agree with that. But yet again, my point was they needed to make it a full movie.
I know, but they should have done anything except for what they did.
Yeah. All right, now we're gonna get into that in the spoiler free. I mean, in the spoiler full. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You don't fuck Batman. I'm sorry. You just don't fuck Batman. You don't fuck Batman. God damn it. You don't fuck Batman. He grabbed ass. Batman doesn't grab ass.
I could have sworn there were a few times like that in the comic series, but not with Batgirl, mind you. That's what I'm pissed about.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I was fine with not them getting it on, but either one of them with anybody else, I would have been okay.
Because had Catwoman been in there and they did that, understandable, because they're kind of in a relationship. Batgirl is a teenager when Batman is like a full man.
Batman was around when she was in diapers.
No, not when she was in diapers. It was...
well, true. When she was very little.
Yeah, I was gonna say in year 1, she was...
what, 10?
Maybe. I don't even think she was actually physically in year 1. She was mentioned, but...
Yeah. Well, anyway. Well, yeah, because they lived in a different city and then Gordon moved to Gotham, right?
God damn it.
You know me. I love Batgirl in every aspect.
Yes, I know.
Character, just everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. They're showing off a little bit of her. That's awesome.
I completely agree.
It started off okay, they're gonna do a section about Batgirl. That's unexpected, but I'm cool with this.
I agree. And they even referenced that at the beginning of the movie, which I thought was really funny. They were I know you didn't expect this, and I'm like, no shit.
Because I was like, okay, they're showing her off. I mean, I know at the time the Killing Joke was written, she was a character. But really, in The Killing Joke, she wasn't Batgirl at all. She was just Barbara.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was like, okay, well, they gotta show people who haven't read the graphic novel about Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, show her why she's cool and why it was such a tragedy, what happened to her.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, it went.
You don't fuck Batman.
That's true. But at the same time, it went on way too long, and really, it was resolved, but it was almost like its own separate thing. Yeah,
it was. It was its own. It was like a mini preview before the thing.
Yeah, it was just it was hate to
It was
say
like
but
a
tacked
Pixar
on.
short.
Yeah,
It was like a Pixar short. They show it before the movie so you can kind of get into the mood for the movie.
Yeah.
But this one did not get you into the mood for the movie.
It really did kind of undermine itself.
Yeah. God
But
damn
yeah,
it.
besides that one, like if they really remove that scene
Where Batman grabs ass.
Yeah, or if they just had it like left at a fight and Batgirl was like, man, I don't want to talk to him, that was bad, I would have understood that. That would have been perfectly fine.
See, for me, I agree. Like when she was like, what was it? When she was like, when he was like, oh, you aren't prepared. First of all, I thought she was a cunt in this movie.
She was a bit of a cunt.
She was a bitch. She was like, you don't know what to tell me. I'm like, that's Batman. He's like, my word is law. No fucking shit. God damn. And in the movie, when she was like, yeah, I'm in a relationship, I thought they were gonna bring up Dick Grayson because that's like a mainstay of DC.
Oh, that is true.
She's like in relationship with either Dick Grayson or Tim Drake.
I didn't even think about that. It would have actually been really cool to see Robin in here, but
I know.
Oh well.
God.
But yeah, I think if they just like had Batman pinned and then didn't take it the sexual way, just had her get off and like I'm sorry and stuff like that, and then they just didn't talk to each other and literally even kept the same scenes like, hey, I'm sorry about what happened.
If they just deleted that one scene, it would have been fine. I would have accepted it.
Yep.
But no.
But to move on from this point, because we've really badgered it
They had
enough.
to make Batman grab ass.
Yep. Yeah. But anyway, to move on from the point, everything else past that point was I wouldn't say really faithful, but a pretty faithful adaptation of the actual novel.
I think it was almost like word for word in a lot of cases.
In a lot of, they changed around a few things, but really it was because of like some awkward word choice on Moore's part.
And they added a couple of things too.
Yeah, that is true.
They added, like, I did like the search for the Joker, even though it was kind of pointless.
Well, they had that in the comic.
No, they didn't have the search for him.
No, they did. There's like a page and a half of Batman going out searching for him, including that poster.
Okay, yeah, there's that, but they didn't go into it as much as they did.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's not as much detail. It's just him flashing back, beating up people, and
Pretty
it's like,
much,
where is it? But I do agree, some of those scenes were nice. They added a few like extraneous action scenes, but I think that was more for padding.
Yeah,
than
that's
anything.
exactly what it was
Because,
for.
I mean, in my opinion, this movie is for people who like Batman casually and want to have just more of it. And like they've heard like, oh, the Killing Joke is great. This is like diet Killing Joke.
Here's what my thing is I think they should still read the book first.
Oh, definitely.
And then
agree.
go see it because
You don't want to have the book tainted.
Because you don't want to watch that and think that it's canon and okay. And if DC makes this canon, I'm going to get real mad.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to get
I agree.
real mad. Because Batman talking with Catwoman, that's fine. They're kind of in an off and on relationship.
And Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
And Talia al Ghul, yeah, I agree with that one because that was a big important thing in Arkham City. And I think I approve of that one. Kind of Poison Ivy occasionally, not really.
Yeah, but that's more like a flirty thing.
Yeah, but not fucking Batgirl.
That I agree.
Literally.
Yeah, well, we've been badgering this point enough, so we need to move on.
It makes me so mad.
I get that, but we're doing a review of the whole movie here.
God damn it. Okay.
But
I'm done for now.
But let's see. Where even was I?
We were talking about
Oh
the
yeah,
extra
Diet
stuff.
Killing Joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say all the other scenes that were, for lack of a better term, ripped straight from the comic because it's an adaptation.
Yeah.
Of course, there are going to be scenes ripped straight from the comic. They were very good. All the points where Joker is supposed to be terrifying, he was terrifying.
Yeah.
Especially that scene where he crawls out of the water after, getting Jokerized.
Yeah, I love that scene a lot.
That was great.
Was perfect. All of the flashback stuff I thought was really good.
All the flashback stuff was good.
All the flashback stuff was really good.
I would say even like the famous scene where the Joker shows up at the Gordon's apartment, that was really
good,
well done.
Yeah.
And
I completely agree.
that was exactly word for word, except they changed yoga to workout.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's as far as I know, that's the only change they made to that scene.
Yeah.
It really does help having read the book like 4 or 5 hours before the movie.
Yeah, I just read it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beyond that, that was pretty great. Though there was one extra scene that I was like, kind of like, okay, we get the point. It was the kangaroo court scene, which might add was a great visual point. It's the court scene where like the car rolls up and the Joker's like, you have the power of the law in your hands, and he's like, what would you do to a man who breaks the law and is an affront to your system?
Yeah. I was watching that and I was like, they're talking about Batman.
Yeah. No, I got
shit.
I got that the whole time, and then it's like, throw the book at him, and the book is just the law.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I get the point.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought it was a great visual pun, because a kangaroo court is a court that's rigged, and the jury was kangaroos.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I was like, I get the point, though it was a neat little added scene.
It was unneeded.
Yeah. I thought it was neat. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was unneeded, but like I said, they had to pad it out to make it a full feature length.
I would have been completely fine paying the full price just to see them take what the graphic novel is, visualize it, and animate it, and just copy, paste, upload, and I would have been fine with that.
Well, no, I was just about to say but they need to like make it for wider audiences. But I was like, okay, who buys the fucking Batman animated movies besides nerds?
Yeah.
So really,
just us.
Yeah, people who are like super into Batman.
If they wanted to make it longer, what they should have done is they should have adapted that, and then they should have taken the Lee Bermejo and Brian Azzarello Joker comic and adapted that, and then put it in like a combo pack,
like a Grindhouse style.
Yes,
like,
that would have been amazing.
That actually would have been really.
It would have been really difficult to take Bermejo's art and make it 2D.
Yeah.
Because his art is like a 3D art style, even though it's print.
It's great shit.
But
well, I mean, I would have been fine if they changed the art style a little bit just to make it animated. That kind of like what they did with this.
Yeah.
Because really, Killing Joke's art was very realistic, but they just kind of simplified it.
This one, they kind of like took a dumbed down version of the art from the animated series. That's what that one was.
Yeah. Well, like I don't think it was dumbed down from the animated series. I think it was a scaled up version.
I disagree. I think the animation from the '90s series, I think that was better than that actually.
Well, I haven't really watched the '90s series too much.
If you like go back and watch the Mask of the Phantasm, oh man, that's some real good animation.
Well, that point aside, that would have been great. Plus, it would have gotten some Harley Quinn action besides just a little cameo that they had in the movie. I was like, hey, cool, that's a thing.
Wait,
glad they acknowledged it.
You mean when she was on the
screen?
Yeah, when she was not on screen, but in...
Yeah, on the screen, in the screen. You on the Batman screen.
I was actually going to go into that because that whole screen was like a shit ton of references to Batman stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know they had
I can go in
Death in the Family.
I can go into each of them if you want, because I actually have an image pulled up.
Let's go ahead and do that after we finish up.
Okay.
And the ending, like, there was like straight... Like, the final fight was like in a weird upside-down version of the Joker's
I was going to say, it looked exactly like his apartment.
Yeah, that was really cool addition.
Yeah.
Like, in the comic, they just fight outside, whatever.
Yeah.
But that was one of the cool additions. And then the movie ends exactly as the comic does, which I was
Literally exactly.
Well, I mean, they didn't have the sirens from the police cars rolling, but
still.
But still, Mark Hamill delivered that joke, like the actual literal joke from the end of the comic, perfectly. It was great.
Yeah.
And I'd say last half of the movie was pretty solid. First half, you can just kind of fast forward through it if you ever want to watch it.
Pretty much.
Or just shut your eyes and plug your ears and go la 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 la.
That's what I'm gonna do. If I ever rewatch it, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
But overall, I'd say it was a pretty solid movie. I enjoyed it.
Again, I'll repeat what I said earlier. It's the best second half of a movie I've ever seen.
Yep. But that actually brings up another point. Some of the voices they chose were pretty good too. I mean, obviously you have Conroy and Joker.
Hamill.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
Required.
Hamill was just great.
Yeah, he always is. Every time he's the Joker, it's always real good.
Mm-hmm. Conroy felt like he was phoning it in though this time.
What do you mean in the?
Yeah.
Hamill or Conroy?
Conroy. Like, it didn't wow me for whatever reason.
Well, that's because both of them were supposed to quit playing those characters after Arkham Knight last year. They even both like announced formally, they were like, yeah, we're not going to do it again. But Hamill was like, yeah, I'm not going to do it again unless they do the Killing Joke.
Which, fair enough.
And then like a couple months later at Comic-Con, they were like, hey, we're doing the Killing Joke. And they're like, okay, cool.
So, I can't think of anything. Oh yeah, and Tara Strong is Batgirl. I thought was it.
She was Batgirl
alright.
in the animated series too.
Was she? Like original?
90% sure, yeah. I can double
She
check
was
though.
somebody else.
She did Harley Quinn
Yeah,
for...
I know she did.
didn't do it for the animated
No,
series.
she did it for Arkham. I know
Yeah.
that much. Which I was like, the whole movie I was like, who is that? She sounds like Raven and Twilight Sparkle. And I was like, oh shit, that's who. She's everywhere.
Yeah, but here, let me find it. Yeah, she plays Harley Quinn in like everything new.
Pretty much, yeah.
But in the 90s Batman series, just need to goddamn find it.
That's right, I didn't know she played Batgirl in that. if that's
She
the
has
case.
so many goddamn...
Oh yeah, no, she's fucking everywhere.
It's like 400 something.
Which is especially weird considering how she does mostly kid shows and then that.
Yeah.
I think, no, she also played Toots in Drawn to Life, which was really weird. Toots was like a weird Betty Boop character. I think she would cut herself. Really weird shit. No, wait, no, she played Batgirl in Super Best Friends Forever, if I remember correctly, which was like this weird spin-off that was done by Laura Faust.
Is that the new one?
It's fairly new. I think it came out 2011, 2012. It was only like a couple of shorts that was done in like that weird Cartoon Network DC block.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. I watched it all and I really enjoyed it, but and that one Batgirl was an absolute spaz. Like an absolute spaz.
So she did play Barbara Gordon in the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker movie, which I would highly recommend because that is one of the best animated Batman movies like ever. Just to anyone who wants to see, but I'm still trying to find the...
Can't you just do search and page Batgirl?
Not on IMDb app.
Oh, you're in the app.
Yeah, but yeah, she did in New Batman Adventures. She played Batgirl and Barbara Gordon.
And that's the '90s one, which was like the weird.
That's the
It's still the
second one
animated
to the
series,
90s
but
one.
this is Custer.
We're going... What? You're going the wrong way.
Shit.
We have to go the other way.
Oops. Brett messes up again. Oh well.
And usually we go home on Independence anyways, but...
Yeah, well, I know Custer.
Good. Let me see... But...
At least I think I know Custer.
Yeah.
I don't know Custer.
And then I need to check who voiced, or who... The guy who voiced,
Gordon?
Yes, Gordon. But first...
Well, shouldn't you go into some of those Easter eggs too if you have them on top of your head while searching?
Yeah, I would, but I need to look at the picture. Here, let me check the, let me check who that guy was. Ray Weiss.
That name does not sound familiar at
Oh,
all.
he's one of the guys from Twin Peaks. That's what it is.
No,
Okay.
well, that's why you recognize the name.
Yeah,
and I
you didn't. Okay.
I need to watch that series.
Yeah, you
David
need to
Lynch,
watch it
man.
still.
Ugh.
Okay, but I'll go into what each one of them was. So the first one, I'm
Oh,
going...
by the way, future Brett, pop this picture up on screen.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how to cite our sources, that means.
Yeah.
Because it's a copyrighted image.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay,
I'll
so
figure it out.
from top left through, and then once we hit the far right, and then we'll go
to
back
the
down to the bottom.
It's
Yeah.
just 2 rows.
So the first one is actually, you remember in The Dark Knight Returns when Joker is on that TV show and he releases the gas and kills everyone?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the first image is a bunch of people dead in a movie theater, and it's from that.
Which I guess technically happens in the future in this timeline.
Yeah, the second one is actually my favorite, and that's a reference to Jack Nicholson's Joker from, you remember when he was in that movie and he played, and he did like this Smilex commercial, and he was like on the beach?
No, because I didn't watch that movie.
You haven't seen that movie?
No, but I need to.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
How am I sitting in the car with you? That's like one of my favorite Batmans.
Well, I'm out of here.
That's the second one. That's second to Dark Knight.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't watched it yet.
God damn it. And then the next one is the first appearance of the Joker on the... was it the first appearance or was it just a appearance? Let me check. Yeah, it's one of the appearances of the Joker on the 1966 Batman TV show, where he's like dressed up in the clown mask from The Dark Knight. Because the mask in The Dark Knight is the same, like
Wait, are you talking about his robber mask?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Same mask, same makeup style as it was in one of the episodes of the 1966 show. Then the next one is actually a picture of the Joker sitting in a prison cell like he was in The Dark Knight when he's sitting there and clapping.
Okay.
You remember that?
I think no.
That's the scene where he's sitting there and like...
When you say Dark Knight, are you talking about movie or... Book? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
the Dark Knight movie.
Okay, in that case
Heath
I
Ledger
do.
Joker.
Where he's kind of sitting back with his head down.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes. And then the next one is Dead Robin, and that's from Death in the Family.
Yep.
And then we have one which is Harley Quinn and Joker, and that's just a sketch from Bruce Timm.
Yeah.
And then the next one is a bunch of dead fish with smiles on them, which is a reference to an animated series animated series episode. And then the next one is the cover to one of the important Joker stories, The Man Who Laughs, which is him like turning around holding cards, and one of them has Batman on it, one of them has Joker on it, all that kind of
Robin,
stuff.
right?
Yes, but it doesn't show in this.
Okay.
And then the next one is just I don't know, it's a reference to, I think, something in the animated series. It's a puppet, and it has a bat. I just can't remember exactly what it's from. I know it's from...
like a baseball bat.
Yes, it's in a baseball bat.
Okay.
Because I've seen it before, I just can't remember where. And then the last one is a reference to the Joker's Christmas special in the animated series.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't the first appearance of Harley, but that was, yeah.
Yeah.
I could have sworn was the first appearance of Harley, but then watching the series, I was like, oh, she appeared way early on. Well, that's cool. Oh, Harley. I thought she first appeared in the Christmas episode.
No, she appeared in, I can't remember what it's called.
It was in, like, the second or third overall episode.
I don't think it was.
No, I was watching it, like, a couple months back, and I was like, oh, wow, she appeared real early. Or maybe it was, like, the 6th or 7th, I don't know.
Yeah, it was
like,
probably
still,
6 or 7.
I know it was, like, within the first 10 episodes.
Yeah, it was within there, but I
whole
just can't
series.
remember what episode it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oof.
man. That movie made me mad.
Yes, I know. You visibly flipped off the screen.
Multiple times.
Multiple times. I was just like, well, I mean, beyond that point, I was like, meh, all right.
Yeah. Just that one scene. Just that one scene.
Batman playing grab ass.
God damn it.
Like,
God damn it.
Seriously, if they just changed it slightly, or like they had like
where they had the fight and then she left.
Well, I'm thinking like at the very point where she was on top of him, right? Like, okay, they could have played it as sexual undertones. That would have been fine with me. Or she was attracted to him, but not vice versa.
Yeah.
I could have seen that. Where after that she just got off, said sorry, and
then left. I would have been fine with that.
And I would have even been fine like saying Batman was giving the silent treatment because of that, because he probably wanted to give her space and stuff like that.
I still would have liked it better if they pulled in a Robin.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
Oh well.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we're back at the house. That was Batman the Killing Joke. It is Batman the Killing Joke, right? That's the full thing. I didn't know if it was just a Killing Joke. All right. Yeah. That was Batman the Killing Joke. This is Draft House Drive, and we'll see you in the next episode. I won't. Quintin will.
Yeah, I will.
Yep. Peace.
Suicide Squad. Yeah.